Wait a minute, is there like
just to make sure that it works, right?
Can I get in the room?
Purple. 1989, right? 1997. A little later. 2010. Right. Great year. I think that's okay.
mid-range shotgun choke for a
870, what are we talking about?
Dude, I haven't 870, didn't freaking work. They wouldn't give my money back. You open the package. Dude, how would I know this shit?
You open the package though. Okay. How much does that cost?
Like $50.
There we go.
That's lame.
So you can't return it.
Basically,
That's crazy.
crazy, dude.
Where'd you buy it
The reseller on Amazon.
from? What do you file things?
Yeah, good. You have lost.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't lose time anyway.
Quick one shot. Yeah, it says made from Remington Pro Board, which is what I have.
And it doesn't fit.
And I have 870, which is the most common Remington shotgun. It's the one you name it.
So you know what I call it. Yeah.
It's like, should fit.
It just doesn't.
No, definitely is that. Like,
Wait, what? That's what you did? That's.
Did you go back with you
Yeah,
with pics? That will teach you.
there you go.
Yeah, check it out. There's, where are you?
What's going on with screencast over here?
So, oh, that's not what I wanted. Gonna call this right now. We are making progress bars at the moment. So,
Did you find a good validation, form validation on it?
well, I didn't need a whole library, it turns out.
That was kind of my thought.
But it is a question that I've been wanting to ask anyway because I am curious and may take a stab at making one myself.
The real trouble with making it for React is that you can't assume what state management people are using.
Yeah, that's okay. You just have to think about it differently.
Because you're probably going to want some sort of, well, you want flexibility on how the messaging is displayed, right?
Mhm.
You can provide something that they can hook into to get those.
I mean, really, like what I want. Well, I want to do a couple things. For my own curiosity, I'm really interested in what is this thing? Salt and pepper, obviously. But other than that,
And separators.
and separators. I can't spell for shit, so this is my spell check.
I know, me too. Me too.
What are these called? These are called not data form validation, constraint validation. I'd never heard of this before.
Oh, yeah.
And so I wanted to do some more reading on it. Like some of these are, I mean, this wound up being all I really needed.
That sounds pretty good.
I'd imagined it was going to be more complex than that. And there's pattern matching and stuff that's available now just in HTML.
Mhm.
So that's interesting. And I wanted to read more about that. But really, like, I think that you can build a library or a tool that helps define behavior while being agnostic about state. Because really, I want to say, I'm filling out a form. I push submit. Something was wrong. The thing that was wrong should have a class on it that says, I'm wrong, no, and a message saying why it's wrong. And then when the user starts to type again, that class and that message is removed once they are validated again, and then they push submit again, right? I think that you can have a tool that just does that.
Yeah, and that's kind of a more classic approach.
Yeah.
It's just not.
It's not as robust as something that.
Well, my thinking is that that's a perfectly fine solution, but would be rejected by a good portion of the React community that is wanting all of the styling sort of defined in components and.
Well, you could do that in components.
Yeah. But then, yeah, it's true.
Because I mean, I don't, and I'll do a more better search about these things to see kind of what's out there and how it works and whether I think it's any good. But
I think that we should have some. If we come up with some things that are generally useful, we should have our own little open source.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, this isn't something that I've dealt with much here, but that we battled with a lot at my old job, which is like we had a lot of forms. A lot of forms. And that gets really repetitively, really fast. But it's something that if you have a good tool to help you kind of start to spin things up, then it becomes not so bad. And so that, for me, you know, if I'm looking at creating an NPM module, which I would like to do, I want to make something that's useful, something that's simple, right? Like if you try to cover too many use cases, then you wind up creating something that nobody wants. Based on my own experience and my own frustration in trying to deal with exactly that issue, because it's really hard to build something that you just think should probably be good if you haven't struggled through what's already there. But now, will I actually execute on that? I don't know, man. I do like to drink beer on my porch. It's an important part of my life. But it was something I was thinking about. But today, I'll show you what we're doing. I made a long video just